Guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Now, I actually wasn't going to do a video today. I've actually planned a video tomorrow someone about the game, and I thought I've got to come on here to talk about the game because that was so incredible. I'm honestly speechless about that. Yeah, a very good game, to say the least. I think when we were 1-1, I was very nervy. I thought at that point, United had a few chances. They did have the offside goal, and I was thinking, I'll just take what we've got right now, because when they did score that offside goal, my heart just sank. I thought I cannot lose to Man United. United at the moment are not very good. They've not had a good start to the season at all, and they're struggling and not playing very good performances. So I thought we've got to win this game, and we had to win. Man City are flying at the moment. Spurs are in there as well. And I thought we can't afford to lose. I don't want last season to just be that season where we did really well. So I'm just so relieved and happy we got that win. Hey, Matt. Get in, great result. So happy to see Declan Rice get his first goal. Yeah, me too. I was so happy for Declan Rice. I thought, I just don't care who scores that winner. We need to win. But when he scored that goal, to see how much it meant to him, he was so passionate. It really made me so happy. I'm delighted for him. I thought his celebrations with the fans was so lovely. I've got to say, when he did score, I actually screamed the house down. I'm not gonna lie, I did sort of knee slide on the floor. I went crazy. I'm just so happy right now. So lovely to see some of you in the chat. Rice absolutely deserved that goal. Yeah, he did. He was really good, and I thought no better than him to score that. Hey Steve, haha, I bet you enjoyed that. Congratulations. Always nice to see Man United suffer. Yeah, definitely. I think in that game, what annoyed me was United were getting, I think, like always, the referees give them their decisions, and they roll about on the floor for ages, getting free kicks and avoiding yellow cards. And I thought, well done for doing that. It just felt really good, because when they obviously scored that winner at the time, obviously we didn't know it was offside, but when they scored that, I actually felt heartbroken. Like, it felt like a big punch in the face. Like, it was just so hard to take. So when that when that got ruled offside, I literally jumped up and down. I was so happy. And I think the game, from Arsenal's point of view, I don't think we were 100% our best today. I would say the first half it was quite even. I think that goal we gave away from Havertz, I think we could have avoided that. But I did expect them to score goals in that game. But I'm really proud of the team for fighting back, for not giving up, for showing that resilience. They did score that goal, but we can come back. So I'm really proud of Odegaard for scoring that goal, and I thought it showed you what a great captain he was, a great role model to come back, score that goal. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I did jump up and down. I was so happy. He scored that, and I think for me going into half time, I was just like trying to breathe through it. It was really stressful. But yeah, honestly, I still can't believe what happened. I've got to talk about Jesus as well, because that goal, the way that defender fell on the floor, Onana just couldn't save it. It was absolutely incredible. Jesus, when he came on, he looked really up for the game, which was really good to see. He was ready, and I feel like I love watching him, and I think he deserves more chances, because when he came on, he was getting in good positions, moving in the box, trying to make things happen, and getting past defenders, and I think he looked really exciting when he came on. So it was really good to see him, come on. Fabio Vieira as well. He's been really sharp when he's came on. I've really enjoyed watching him. I think, I think he seems to be at the moment like our super sub. So he makes things happen, which is really good. So I'm very happy with that. So yeah, so I think with Vieira, I think he has got a lot of potential. There was a lot of speculations about him is he going to go on loan? But I think he has the right to stay at Arsenal now. I think he's proved his worth, and it was really good to see Reece Nelson come on and get the opportunity that he deserves. And I feel like when he came on at the end, I just had this feeling that Arsenal were going to nick that win. And I thought either team would get it because it was a very hard game. I think either end would score it, but I was just so relieved that they didn't get that win because it's at the Emirates. We're home. We have to win. I didn't go into the game. I wouldn't have took anything other than a win. But I think with how the game went, it was so tough because, like I said, I don't think we played our best today. I think some performances were questionable. We know Thomas Partey wasn't in the side, we didn't have him. So it was quite tough really to manage that without him. And obviously I do want to actually discuss Kai Havertz because he's been under, I would say, a lot of like criticism, a lot of, fans haven't really loved him straight away. I think it's hard really because at the moment, we know his last game wasn't the best. I think towards the end he got better. I think he did miss a sitter that I think how I just sort of look at that and that I didn't understand how he could miss that. But I think I appreciate he did win us that penalty that we could have got. It was a very soft penalty, I would say. But I think when it got overturned, I thought, okay, that's fair. I think if it was given, obviously I'll take it, but I think it was quite soft. It was a penalty United would probably have got, but yeah, I think it's good that we kept that momentum when we nearly got that penalty. We didn't let that bring us down because when decisions don't go your way in football, it can bring you down. So I'm so proud of the team for not letting that bring us down. We kept going, and yeah, we got those 2 goals, which is so incredible. Hey Phil, welcome to my channel. Lovely to see you. Buzzing here. We should have lost that 2-1. It was a crazy game of football. You can't deny that. I think things changed massively in that game. It was fine margins, I would say, because if they would have got that goal, if it would have been onside, they would have won that. And I don't think we would have had that positive mindset to come back and get a draw. So I think in that sense, we were lucky that the referee, the VAR, the people who work there, picked the right decision, because there's times in football where VAR get things wrong, and luckily for us today, they didn't. They got it right, but I think it's a very tough decision to make. United fans will say it was probably onside, and it shouldn't have been called back. But for me, I honestly, at that point, I was so relieved that the goal got cancelled and removed. I was just so I could breathe. At that point, I just wanted us to finish that game, but I did not expect us to turn it around. Yeah, it was magical. That is the best word to describe it. I think when Declan Rice scored that, it felt like we'd won the league. That's what I felt like in that moment. It felt such a surreal moment, and it's always special for him when a player comes from a different team to score their first goal for Arsenal. So that must have meant so much to him as well. So I'm very, very happy. In the spirit of the game, it was onside. The current offside rules are insane. Yeah, I think it's a tough one because a lot of decisions change in football. You never know what's onside, what's offside these days. It's, they mark things by people's shoulders these days, by the toe. It's very close to make that decision. I think I'm just relieved. I feel quite lucky that it was we got it okay, and I think we did turn the game around. But like I said, if it had been the other way where the goal would have stood, I think it would have been a lot tougher for us because, we wouldn't have been able to win that game. I don't think we'd have got that drawback. Man United would have just kept that positive mindset. They'd have been really happy with how they were. So I'm just so relieved we got that win. very delighted. It just feels so good because we know that Tottenham, Brighton, Man City are flying at the moment. They're doing so well, and I want us to keep this up, keep going for the league. So we're on 10 points, which is good. We're not far from Man City. And obviously, I think this is a really good way to go into the international break now with, that win. We've not lost a game yet this season, which is really important to say. Hey James, good evening Sophie, good evening chat. Cancel my roast dinner tonight. Rice for me tonight. Oh, hey James, so lovely to hear from you. We'll definitely have to sort something out about you coming on my channel. I'd love to have you on. I love your content when you've been on the Highbury squad. You're very knowledgeable. So yeah, hope you're well. Hope you have a good evening. That game was something special. I still can't believe it. I am actually coming back tomorrow with an Arsenal fan. So yeah, I'm looking forward to chatting more. I just thought I would come on here for maybe half an hour just to talk about the game because I just feel like I needed a rant about it because it was such a crazy game. Never thought that would have happened. We would have turned that around to win 3-1. When it was 1-1, I thought, okay, maybe that's it. I did think one of the teams would nick it, though. It felt like it was going that way. I don't think either team was great. But I just think we needed to win that somehow. And I think the substitutes at the time, I thought they were a bit late. I sometimes like Arteta to bring on people in like the 60th minute, and he brought, Vieira, Tomiyasu on, Jesus on in around 75 minutes. And do you know what? I do think Arteta got it right in that sense because Jesus was the right substitute. I was thinking about Trossard because he was, Trossard's been a really exciting player for us. When he comes on, he does make that difference. He makes things happen. So I did initially thought to bring him on, but I think Arteta got it right today. Last week we spoke about, a few of us, including me, I don't think Arteta did get it right. So I think you do have to praise him with what he's done with the substitutes. James, well knowledgeable. Thank you, Sophie. You've been called a lot of things, but that's probably one of the best ever. You really are. I do love watching you on your podcast. You're very knowledgeable, and it's clear to see how much you love Arsenal. So I'm always here for you, and keep doing your great content, and we'll definitely sort something out soon. And I'll love to have you on my channel. But thank you so much. Yeah, the Havertz thing, I think for me, when Man United scored, at the time, I was thinking, oh my gosh, maybe he should come off now, because at that point he'd missed a sitter and he gave away the ball, which led them to score. I thought, is this going to work? But in some ways, I kind of admire Arteta for keeping him on, keeping playing, and he did win us that penalty, like I said, that got overruled. But I think I like that, Havertz kept going for it. He made a few important blocks to stop United from scoring. His work rate was very impressive, I will say. I did enjoy that from what I saw. But yeah, I think Havertz, it's a difficult one. In the back of my mind, I wouldn't want it to be like the Willian situation where it went wrong. But I do think in time, as games go on, his confidence is going to grow. He's going to feel more confident, comfortable with his team. We know this is a new system. A few players like Shaq aren't here anymore. But I just think we've got to be optimistic about Havertz, stay positive. But I think right now, it's obviously hard to judge. He's only played about 4 games, and I think he might have assisted the goal today, which is really impressive, which is good for him. He can take that positive into the next game, but I think going forward, he does need to score more, add a bit more into the team. But I think right now we should take that. Havertz, it's been hard for him, but I do think a lot of managers do see something in him. Arteta does see something in him, so I think I'd say give it maybe a few more games to really judge him yet. I think he's probably struggling with his confidence. And like Arteta said in the press conference, it's so important to, support him, show him that love, get behind him. So I think that's what we've got to keep doing as fans, and believing in the Kai Havertz. will come good soon. But I know as Chelsea fans are probably enjoying this, watching him not do so well. But yeah, I feel hopeful that Kai Havertz can produce, good things for Arsenal. But yeah, I think the game today was very nerve-wracking to say the least. I think it's just I'm just so relieved we got that goal. I think I didn't expect us to score another one after that. I was so happy with Jesus. I think this is important for Jesus and his confidence because, you know, he has suffered a lot of injuries, and it's hard for him as a player. It probably affects him a little bit, but he's come back. He's raring to go, and I'd love to see more of him. Maybe him get more minutes. Or it's hard because I think Eddie gave it a good go today. I think he showed he has good work rate. He tries to win the ball and does his best for the team. I did want to talk about the red card incident now. I think one of the United players did kick Eddie in the face when they went to go for the ball. And I think for me, it's obviously hard because he did try to go for the ball, but I do believe that is a red card because he hit his face with his boot, and you can't really do that. I think for me, I would have appreciated if VAR did check that because I don't think that's okay. And I do want to say Kai Havertz did also do a high boot at the start of the game, and we got away with that. I will say that that should have been checked, and we did get away with that, thankfully. But there were some baffling decisions from the referee. It's a very intense game. It's the decisions you make in this game will change the game, so we had to let the game go on for a bit. But I think with the Saka red card, I do want to discuss that because a lot of people have been saying online that's a red card, and I appreciate everyone does have a different view on it, but for me, I don't get how that is a red card. Saka was getting held back by United players and he slipped, and obviously he's not going to land great. He's going to try and get the ball, and he did fall a bit on Bruno Fernandes, but that isn't Saka's fault. It's the United player that held him back. So I don't think that is a red card. I'm glad it wasn't. Yeah, I think United did get away with a lot. I think they like to waste time. They're quite dirty with how they play. I mean, I do want to say credit to United when they scored their first goal. I thought Rashford had a great finish, and I think for me, you just have to give credit where it's due. They did do well. I think on the counter, they were quite threatening at times, but I think defensively, I'm quite happy with how we did. Great to see Gabriel Saliba back together. I think in this game you had to do that. I don't think we could have. The formation, we can't keep changing that. I'm so glad Arteta's not changed that. Because it just affects the team. Yeah, that booking was very harsh. I did not get that at all. You can see on the TV that he slipped because he's being pulled over. I mean, I just took that because, to be honest, if it was a red, that would have been an absolute joke. That would have cost us that game. But yeah, I just think also talking on that Saka chance, I do want to talk about that. That was a great movement from Arsenal. I think it was like that typical Wenger football we used to play, one touch, tick attack of football, which was lovely. So Saka did have a good chance. He really probably should have scored. But Onana did make a good save. I think it was a goal you'd expect Saka to score. I think Onana, it was a save you probably would expect from him. Yeah, I think Saka probably should have done better with that. But I think overall, I'm proud of the team. I don't think we were 100%. I think this season, I don't think our performances have been perfect. I think we're adjusting to new team. Obviously, we've got Partey out as well, which makes things harder. I did think Jorginho as well in this game would have got a start. Because I think for me, he does control the midfield. I feel quite calm, relaxed, and at ease when he's playing. So that was a surprise not to see him start. But I just think when it comes to lineups, I sort of give it a chance. I just like to not say too much about lineups. So when it actually happens, I'll see how I feel when we're playing. So yeah, I think Jorginho came on, which was good. But I just think overall we've just got to take this win, even though we weren't perfect today. But to those that are watching this, make sure to like it, subscribe to my channel, and leave me some comments in the chat while I'm chatting with you guys. I'll probably stay on for maybe 15 more minutes, as I will be back tomorrow. I'll just sort of see how this goes. But yeah, make sure to like my video and comment to ask me some questions. I'm happy to answer any. But yeah, Phil asked, do you think Arteta has promised Havertz he starts? It could be a possibility. I think it's a hard one to know because I don't know, maybe like Willian in his contract he has to play a certain amount of games, because he has sort of started Havertz above players that did start regular last season. So it is a quite strange one. I think that's a possibility. Because he does stay on for a long time in the game. He came off today in the 75th minute, which I did feel was quite long. But yeah, I did think that was quite long, to be honest. And I think maybe that's a possibility, or maybe he wants Havertz to play to build his confidence and to show that he does believe in Havertz. Like, if he doesn't play Havertz, like if he didn't play Havertz today, would that show you that Arteta doesn't believe in Havertz, doesn't believe he's good enough to play this week? So yeah, tough one to answer, but I'm a bit unsure. But I think he probably plays him for the confidence to help him each week, because if you drop a player, that's basically saying that you weren't good last week, so you don't deserve to play this week. So yeah. No, I think you can. I think there's some belief to take from Havertz today. He did win us that penalty. He's working hard. You can't deny that. He's just lacking that confidence with his finishing, which is unfortunate because I really do want to see him thrive here at Arsenal. It's a weird one, as usually needs to be given more game to others. Yeah, I agree. I do think, like, say for Smith Rowe, I don't like Havertz. I get he can play, but I just think Smith Rowe deserves more chance. I wouldn't want that to affect Smith Rowe at Arsenal, because I do think Smith Rowe seems to have bulked up a bit. He seems to have improved as a player, and I think he's working hard and he's determined to get on that pitch. So I don't want that to. I don't want the situation with Havertz to block out Smith Rowe. I do want Arteta to give Smith Rowe a chance because he does deserve that opportunity. So yeah, it is true. It doesn't. I think he's lacking that confidence in front of goal, and I suppose as fans, it probably doesn't help if we're saying, "Oh my God, you should be scoring that." I got on Twitter today, and there's a lot of, as I saw, he was trending on Twitter because he hadn't taken his chances. So I would probably, if I was him, not go on Twitter because it must be hard on him. But yeah, was delighted to Nelson to come on, but Smith Rowe not playing is a mystery. I find that really strange, that Smith Rowe isn't playing. He's ready to go. He's not injured anymore, I don't think. So, for me, if Smith Rowe came on and only played, say, like 20 minutes, I would feel like, okay, Arteta's wanting to give him that opportunity, but the fact he doesn't get any minutes at all is quite bizarre. Maybe something's going on. We didn't want to sell him. We didn't want to sell him. But we also not giving him any game time. So I obviously would never want to sell Smith Rowe, but I do think he deserves game time like Tierney did. So yeah, I don't get that at all. Hey NS Sports TV, thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much. Shame on you guys for unfortunately not winning against Nottingham Forest, but yeah, I'm sure you'll do better this season than you did last season. Hello Daniel, thank you so much for coming on here and checking my channel out. Good win, congratulations bestie. Also, Havertz has been unconfident since he's been in England. Yeah, it's a tough one with that because I think that's a possibility. I did see something on the internet and I'm thinking, is this true? I don't know if Havertz, I don't know if the league is too fast paced for him, or if he's just struggling with confidence. Is it both? Is the Premier League the right league for him? Because at Chelsea, we know he did score in a Champions League final, which is amazing for him. But since then, I just think I remember him from Chelsea because he's missed a lot of chances. And we did pay a lot of money for him, 65 million, which is a lot, but it's a difficult one to work out, really. I want it to work for him, but right now, in England, he struggled, which is sad because it's never nice to see a player struggle. Even Mason Mount, obviously, as an Arsenal fan, I wouldn't want him to do well at United. But I hope mentally his mental health is okay, because I know with football players, you can have things going on in their own life that can affect them on the football pitch. So I just hope it works out for Havertz, and I hope he's okay. How come you don't go to the game? Well, a lot of people don't know this about me, but I don't really live near London. I'm from up north, but I was thinking about this today. I really want to go to a game, maybe for my birthday, which is in a month, 2 months actually. But I do really like the Emirates. It's such an amazing place to be. When they sing that North London Forever song, it makes me want to be there so bad. So yeah, definitely have to go down there. Phil said, I'm looking forward to seeing if Smith Rowe plays in the League Cup. Yeah, I think I would expect him to play that. Maybe Arteta will give him some chances in the Champions League. I think it'd be good for him to get the opportunities. He's always in the right place, that's the thing. Yeah, I think with Havertz, he is always in the right place at the right time. You can't deny his work rate, but I just think he lacks that finishing, which is a shame because, he's had a few opportunities. But I think we've got to sort of take the positives from his performance today. Yeah. Hopefully Havertz will grow in confidence. I really hope that would be the case. I want to see him do well. And obviously we have spent a lot of money on him right now, which is a bit difficult for Arteta because it might not look great on him. But I do think Declan Rice had a great game today. Very, very happy with that. I think him getting that goal was so special. It was really incredible to see. I'm happy he scored. It was really important for him to, do that because, we have paid a lot of money for Declan Rice. He has been doing good things in midfield, but for him to score, that's what we want from him. In these big moments, we need him to get on that score sheet and help us when we need him the most. We were struggling with goals today, and, when we needed him, he was there and he really helped us. So, so happy for Declan Rice. Really happy. I think it was just what we needed at that time. I do think Onana should have done better with that goal. I think there was a big deflection, which I get it's hard for goalkeepers to get to. But I just think Onana should have done better. But I'm not complaining. That goal was great for us. But I just think generally we should... I'm happy with Declan Rice. I think there's a lot to be positive about with him and his future at Arsenal. With Partey, it does look like he's out. I've heard Arteta say a few weeks on the internet. It said I think it said 6 months or 3 months to 6. I thought that can't be true. So if it's a few weeks, I think we can survive. But yeah, I think right now I think I'd probably stick with the same lineup. Maybe just bring on substitutes more often. Like Vieira's been a super sub for us. Jesus deserves more minutes. Yeah, I love your positivity right now. Yeah, I honestly thought I had to come on here just to talk about the game because I literally jumped up and down when I saw that result. I was like watching that game. I think Jesus' goal has to be one of the best I've watched in a while. He has so much confidence right now. The way he made that Man United defender just sit on the floor. It was so funny. And the way he went round Onana, like it was so easy. It's hard with Onana because I think at the moment I'm not 100% sure on him. I've not seen enough on him to be convinced that he's really good. I think he's okay. I just think he makes a lot of mistakes. I think he's conceded 8 goals recently, which isn't great. And I know we have too. And I put my hands up and say Ramsdale has conceded a lot of goals, but I just don't think right now I think he's struggling with the goals. Yeah. I just think nothing beats that feeling of beating United Spurs. Like those two for me, it's such an amazing feeling. And when United scored, like my heart just sank. I was like, I can't believe this. Um, it felt really gut wrenching because we needed to take something out of this game. I wouldn't have been really happy with a draw, but at least we took something from it. If we would have lost at home to United, can you imagine? That would have been, not only would that have been embarrassing, but it would have been really hard to take all of our hard work for nothing, really. So I'm just at the point now where I'm relieved that we've gotten something from the game and we can take the positives from it. Do you know what? I want to talk on this. I'll probably stay on for maybe 5 more minutes. If you guys have any questions, I'll just see how this goes. Stay on for 5 to 10 minutes now. When Maguire came on, I was like, oh my God. I was like, you know, he was linked to West Ham and he came on and I thought, I can relax now. And Evans as well. Like, he has been around for ages. That was crazy. 3 injuries to 3 centre-backs is unlucky, yeah. It is, isn't it? I mean, it's always tough when you go through injuries. Chelsea have struggled with that, which is hard. But right now, as an Arsenal fan, I'm just full of happiness. Going into the international break, I can't complain. And we do have Everton, I think, after the international break. And I bet you it'll be us that we will lose to them. But I'm happy where we are now. I'm going to enjoy this win. I think if I was a United fan right now, I would just hide away because the fact you scored a winner to be ruled offside, then lose the game 3-1, how does that happen? It's just so crazy. But yeah, do you know what? I think we should be so happy with this win, enjoy this win, over celebrate it. Don't care what anyone else thinks, because it's a great win. I said at the start of the game, I do not care how we win. Let's just win. Like, I just don't care. 3 points is 3 points. It doesn't matter how we win. If we win ugly, if we win beautifully, just win. so proud of the team for fighting back, for getting that win. Because we did deserve it in the end. We did take our chances. We brought the right substitutes on at the right times, I would say. And yeah, I just think there's so much to be proud about from today. And I'm so happy. And wasn't after that result, once upon a time, I would now be getting very merry up the street, isn't it? Oh my God. Do you know what? I actually went crazy when we won that. Hey, thank you for joining my stream. We need to celebrate it. It was incredible. We certainly do. And when Declan Rice scored that goal, I did over-celebrate for sure. Especially when Jesus did. I literally hugged my family. I literally ran up and down my living room, jumped up and down, screamed the house down. Sorry to my neighbours that might have heard that, but I do not regret that at all because it was such a great win. We can't use injuries excuses. We should be beating Forest after having 21 shots, 19 off target. Yeah, it's hard, really. Yeah, you've had injuries, but I suppose you've spent money and you expected to beat those teams like Nottingham Forest. I suppose the top 6 teams would be the teams you expect to, you know, maybe drop points against, you know, the Arsenals, Man City, United, Liverpool. But I suppose those teams are the ones you should be getting those points from. And as an Arsenal fan, I can't judge you really because we drew with Fulham and we should be beating them. So it's hard to get results. Sometimes things don't go your way. And, you know, sometimes with Arsenal, we do have a lot of shots on targets, but we don't take our chances. So it happens, but I'm sure you'll bounce back. Do you know what your next game is against after the international break? I think ours is Everton, which we should win. If we don't win that, I'll just cry because yeah. I did also want to discuss. I'm gonna go in like 5 minutes, so just put your questions in. I'll probably go when it gets to 40 minutes because I am actually back tomorrow at 6:15 to talk with Arsenal fan a bit more in depth about the game. This is just me kind of talking about how I'm feeling. Okay, Bournemouth. I I think Villa might be hard because they've got good results and they've not had good results, but they're quite promising under Unai Emery. So I think Bournemouth, you should win that one. Villa might be a bit more tough. I know we've got Spurs coming up. But as I said, I did want to just touch on Arteta. I think his passion to me is so lovely. It's like he's just like us, an Arsenal fan. He celebrates in the way we do, and it means so much to him when we win. And to see how passionate he is when he runs up and down on the sidelines, it's just, for me, very refreshing to see someone who's so, cares so much, who's so positive about Arsenal. And I really admire him in the press conferences, how he's very professional, but he stands his ground, which I admire from him. And I'm really happy he got it right today. I want him to do well. I want us to succeed under him. I want us to go for the league again. Yes, it'll be hard because Man City, I feel unstoppable at the moment. But I feel very positive right now. I can't complain, really. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you've got any more questions before I go. And please, can you guys try and get this video to 20 likes before I go? And yeah, I'm going to try and do a few videos this week. One next week, really. But yeah, next week I'll be doing more content. I do start college on Tuesday, but I'm going to get back into YouTube and try and do some videos in the evening. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Sophie, great pod as always. Thank you so much, Phil. I really appreciate you watching my stream, staying on for 40 minutes. Appreciate that. Do you have any social media so I can give you a follow if you want? I do use Twitter and Instagram, so maybe let me know before I go. I'll stay on for a few 3 or 4 more minutes if you guys have any other things to ask me. But this stream has flown by. Really enjoyed chatting with you all. I'm definitely going to do more of these. But with the international break, I can have these chats. So yeah, I'm really enjoyed this. It went so quick. And Arsenal fans, I really hope you enjoy this win. Like I said before, hope to celebrate it, take it in, enjoy it. It was so funny before when I was watching the TV, seeing Roy Keane so moody. I was enjoying that because I know he's not Arsenal's biggest fan. So yeah, it was also good to see Theo Walcott as the pundit as well, because I know how much he loves Arsenal. But yeah, this win feels incredible, Arsenal fans. But yeah, if you've got any more questions before I go, comment down below and I'll try and answer a few. But yeah, I do appreciate you all coming in because the stream was kind of last minute. I wasn't planning on doing a video. I just thought because we won in that fashion, I thought I've got to come on here and do a video because it's such an incredible win. I'm very happy. As you can see, I can't stop smiling. Arsenal being good, I'm happy for you, but as a Chelsea fan, I hate it. Yeah, I know, it's hard, isn't it? I think as a Chelsea fan, I think the ideal result for you guys would probably be a draw. So I know it's not the great. Just subscribe, great video. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. I really appreciate your support. I will definitely come on here more often. I'll be live tomorrow as well, about 6, so don't forget to take care. Good luck with college. Great stream, Sophie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for checking in on me. I hope you have a fabulous weekend too. No hate, United fans more annoyed. Yeah, it's a bit hard. They're a bit jammy, aren't they, United? They get things their way, so it was great to see this not go their way. Yeah, as I said, I'll be back tomorrow about 6:15, I think, with an Arsenal fan. So be great to talk more in depth about that game because I just sort of came on here to say how happy I felt. I'll go in more depth about the game, talk about it more, and I can't wait. The stream tomorrow will probably be around an hour, which would be good to talk with you guys. And then in the week I'll probably do a live stream again, just me on my own, or I'll just see how it goes. But yeah, guys, thank you all so much for checking out the stream last minute. It was such a pleasure talking to you all. I hope you all enjoy the weekend. Please can you all subscribe to my channel? I did hit 1.8k, which I did want to say a big thank you to all of you for your support. It's really good doing YouTube. I'm loving it. I love you all so much. So yeah, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe. Thank you so much, Phil. I'll check that out, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.